Thank you, participants, for your patience.
Next, it's my privilege to introduce Dr. D.I. George Amalaratnam, Principal of Jamal Mohamed College, Trichy, to deliver the presidential address. A visionary leader and an advocate of academic innovation, Dr. Amalaratnam continues to guide countless educators and students towards excellence. Over to you, sir.
Very good afternoon, all of you. Respected Principal of V.V.Vanniaperumal College for Women, Virudhunagar, distinguished resource person of today's program, Dr. Ram Ganesh sir, the coordinators of IQAC of Jamal Mohamed College, Dr. Sayyid Ali Badshah, the coordinator of IQAC of V.V.Vanniaperumal College for Women, Virudhunagar, and my dear participants, very pleasant good afternoon. I am very happy to participate in this 5-day faculty development program organized by Jamal Mohamed College and V.V.Vanniaperumal College for Women, Virudhunagar, the IQAC teams of both the colleges, and they have identified the very topmost people who have been doing lot of research in these pedagogical changes, right from Dr. Ram Ganesh sir to Dr. Zindasha sir. They are all experts, they are all researchers for excellence in the relevant field, and I appreciate the organizers for identifying the quality resource persons. In fact, Ram Ganesh sir, he has helped us a lot, especially when we introduced the outcome-based education in the year 2020. So, such a great person is here with us today and who is going to enlighten us with the emerging trends in pedagogical, especially in higher education sector. So teachers are the continuous learners. Otherwise, we cannot call ourselves as teachers, and we should give the way to the student community, and we should show the path to the student community in the relevant disciplines, whether it is computer science or commerce or mathematics, physics, whatever be the domain or whatever be the discipline they belong to. Apart from that, the way of presenting our ideas, the way of teaching, so that is also we have to adopt the changes. Right from the Gurukula education, now we are practicing with outcome-based education and LOCF. Now the scenario has been changed from teacher-centric to student-centric system, and lot of ICT tools are being used by the teachers. How we have to efficiently or effectively use them to disseminate our knowledge. For that, we have to equip ourselves with these recent trends or emerging trends. Then only by using these tools, by using these techniques, we are able to convey our message to the students. They are the ultimate stakeholders. So with this, and for all 5 days, I request all of you kindly attend the program thoroughly, understand the systems, interact with the resource persons at the end, so that whatever you gain, then you can practice immediately as soon as the college gets reopened. So with this, once again, I appreciate the organizers, the team IQAC of Jamal Mohamed College, and also V.V.Vanniaperumal College for Women, Virudhunagar, for having organized this wonderful program through online. And I could see many people from different states also. Many people have joined to participate in this 5-day program. Also, I should thank the resource persons for having accepted our invitation to share their expertise, to share their knowledge with our staff members. Also, I thank the participants, or I appreciate the participants for joining this program, 5-day program. And definitely, I'm sure that the 5-day program will be very much useful for your career. I wish the program a grand success. Wish you all the best. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir, for your illuminating and thought-provoking words, which have sparked inspiration in every art present today. Your leadership continues to inspire educators to rise above challenges and embrace change. Now, we are privileged to have with us a luminary of unparalleled wisdom, Dr. S. Sintana, Principal, V.V.Vanniaperumal College for Women, Virudhunagar, to deliver the inaugural address. Ma'am, you are an epitome of grace and intellect, with an enduring passion for advancing education and nurturing young minds. Over to you, ma'am.
Thank you, Dr. Ganga. Good afternoon to one and all gathered virtually for this national level 1-week online faculty development program on emerging trends in pedagogy for quality excellence in higher education. Our institution, V.V.Vanniaperumal College for Women, Virudhunagar, feels privileged to have collaborated with one of the prestigious colleges of South India, Jamal Mohamed College, Trichy, to organize this national level FDP. My due respects and warm regards to Dr. D.I. George Amalaratnam, Principal of Jamal Mohamed College, and I thank him for his words of wisdom delivered as the presidential address. My greetings to the resource faculty of the day 1, Dr. E. Ram Ganesh, Senior Professor and Dean, Department of Educational Technology, Bharathidasan University, Trichy, Dr. M. Syed Ali Padusha, IQAC Coordinator of Jamal Mohamed College, and other academicians from various parts of our country who have enrolled as participants, including the learned faculty from the organizing institutions. To stay connected to you all for all these 5 days on a significant mission makes me feel elated. We is in the process of a 360-degree twirl and a swirl. Programs of this kind would be of immense help to rejuvenate teachers like us to travel with a steady pace along the current of the times. Whatever the fad or trend may be in the field of teaching students of higher education, quality can never be undermined. We, the teachers, should always aspire for not just an average quality, but quality excel lectures, spice up the received content with respect to individuals' intuitive vision, and finally deliver the best version of oneself with the commitment to our noble profession. A final word of reminder to all the teacher fraternity here. Let's raise the bar high. Let's strive consistently towards achieving quality excellence in higher education by adapting the emerging trends in pedagogy. Thank you, one and all.
Thank you, Dr. Sintana ma'am, for your tiring and profoundly uplifting words. Your address embodies the spirit of this program and set the tone for an extraordinary week of exploration and growth. Thank you, ma'am. Next, it's my pleasure to invite Dr. J. Sirajuddin, Deputy Coordinator of IQAC and Associate Professor of Chemistry, Jamal Mohamed College, to introduce today's esteemed resource person. Dr. Sirajuddin, a dynamic academician and leader, will shed light on the remarkable achievements of our guest of speaker. Over to you, sir.
Am I audible, madam?
Yes, sir.
A very good afternoon to one and all gathered here in this platform. It is my privilege and honor to introduce the resource person, Senior Professor Dr. E. Ram Ganesh sir, an eminent and familiar personality who is presently Dean, Department of Education Technology, Bharadasan University, Tiruchirappalli, Coordinator of UGC SAP DRS Phase 2, Department of Educational Technology, Bharadasan University, Tiruchirappalli, Director, Institute for Entrepreneurship and Career Development and Curriculum Development Cell, Bharadasan University, Tiruchirappalli, Visiting Professor for Avinasaling University for Women, Coimbatore, Adjunct Professor for National University, Malaysia. To speak about educational qualification, sir has been conferred with 2 PhDs, one in computer science and another one in education from Bharadasan and Alagappa University respectively. Sir has obtained 3 master degrees in philosophy, psychology and mathematics. Sir did M.Ed and M.Phil at Madurai Kamarajar University, Madurai. Sir qualification proves his lifelong learning attitude. Sir has been bestowed with many awards. A few to mention are National Award, All India Competition on Innovative Practices and Experiment for Teacher Educator, NCRT New Delhi, 6th Ratan Prasarkar Award for the Best Services in Education, International Friendship Society, New Delhi, Best Citizen of India Award, International Publishing House, New Delhi, LEAP Award by MHRD, New Delhi, Mastermind, the honor given away by various academic organizations for training about 1,09,406 students in skill development program as Director of the Institute for Entrepreneurship and Career Development, Bharadasan University, Tiruchirappalli. Sir has successfully completed 4 research projects for the tune of rupees more than 1 crore from ICSSR, UGC and Tamil Nadu government funding agencies. He is a well-known researcher. 16 PhDs, 1 PDF and 34 MPhils have been awarded under his valuable guidance. 7 are pursuing PhDs under his guidance. Sir adjudicated more than 100 PhD theses and conducted more than 100 Viva Voce examination for the PhD. Sir organized many national, international conferences, seminars and workshops. Sir has visited many countries including Singapore and Malaysia. Sir has served in various capacities such as Director, Coordinator, Registrar Bharadasan University in the year 2014 and Finance Officer, Bharadasan University, Member for IQAC, Internal Quality Assurance Cell, Bharadasan University, Nodal Officer for the 10 Constituent Colleges of Bharadasan University. Sir is an active member in Board of Studies and Academic Council for many colleges and university. He has published more than 100 articles in national, international journals with high impact factor. He is a good reviewer for many national and international journals. He is served as subject expert for UGC, NAC and NCTE Bangalore. Sir has delivered more than 700 lectures. His achievement goes to too many pages, but I have given only a gist of it. Now I hand over the session to Professor Dr. E. Ram Ganesh sir. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for the good words upon me.
Thank you.
Collaboration
Thank
is mantra for national development. In that way, I would like to appreciate first of all the collaboration between V.V.Vanniaperumal College, Virudhunagar and Jamal Mohamed College for the conduct of faculty development program for teachers across the country, especially on the topic of the significance, the pedagogical challenges in higher education. As you are all aware, India is a country which introduced the university system to the world. Nalanda, Taxila, Allabi. India is the forerunner for higher education system. If you go through the history of Nalanda and Taxila, you would understand people from other countries came down to India for the pursuits of higher education. India is the largest democracy. We enjoy the democracy. And India is the largest higher education system. And India is the country which has got largest youngsters in the world. In that way, India is known for its identity. But when you talk of national development, you should understand the dissemination of knowledge from academia. How there is a connect between the dissemination of knowledge by academia and national development. As you are all aware, we are aiming for Viksit Bharat, the developed India by 2047. It gives me great impetus to remember the great saying of Sri Jawaharlal Nehru ji, the first Prime Minister of independent India. But for quality education, economic growth and social transformation would not be feasible to India. See, economic growth and social transformation. Is academia responsible for making economy of the country increment? If you ask this question, I would say yes. Academia like Bharat University or Jamal Mohamed College or V.V.Vanniaperumal College for Women are responsible for the economy of this country. You know, India, see, I can just share the great words of Professor D.S. Kothari, former chairman of UGC, a great educationist. When he submitted his Kothari Commission report, a very famous education report, now we peruse National Education Policy. The first sentence of his report says, the destiny of India is being shaped in her classroom. The destiny of India is being shaped in her classroom. So, there is a connect between academia and national development. The inputs that you offer, the academia offers, is paramount for national development. What kind of clarity the academia throws for the youngsters, so that the youngsters will be torch bearers of this country. Statistics confirm that more than 55% of our population are youngsters. And especially the academia, especially the colleges and universities, deal with youngsters, who in turn will address the national agenda. And that is one of the reasons why the great leaders like Swami Vivekananda and Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam invested their invaluable time to groom youngsters, because they thought youngsters could do. This country is $3.68 billion economy, and in the near future it aspires to become $5 trillion economy. But you see the neighboring country like China, it is already $70 trillion economy. And America, it is $33 trillion economy. So, academia has to play a vital role. And if you think of FDP, Faculty Development Program, I'm so happy. I would like to congratulate the Jamal Mohamed College and to address the national agenda in terms of their initiatives. You see, the very important thing that we'll have to understand, faculty development. We must understand the purpose of education. What is the purpose of education? I would say freedom to human spirit. The very purpose. Number one, freedom to human spirit. As the principal, when he delivered an inaugural address, he said, the spirit is important. So, freedom to human spirit, in the sense, but it is not an easy task, it is not your cup of tea. When you offer freedom, you understand the youngsters. See, our youngsters cannot be undermined. As Michelangelo, a great artist, rightly pointed out, everybody has got winner within them waiting to be unleashed. Everybody has got winner within them waiting to be unleashed. So every youngster has got a winner to prove themselves. And the greatest challenge on your shoulder is to help them unleash their potential. So in that way, you have got to play, you are vital. You are vital in the sense that academia is vital. And academia is crucial to shape the youngsters. That is why, see, Swamiji said, a very famous saying, you give me 100 youngsters who have nerves of steel, muscles of iron, mind like a thunderbolt. I can transform India #1 in the world, Viksit Bharat, developed India. Long ago, he spelled already. You give me 100 youngsters, I can transform India #1. And Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam ji has invested his invaluable time to groom youngsters. Because young mind achieves what it believes. Whether it is a boy or girl, that's a different story. Your college may be college for women or co-education college, that's a different story. But young mind achieves what it believes. So are you providing freedom to human spirit? That is very important. If you throw freedom and opportunities, you would be able to self-actualize your own young minds. Self-actualize them, that is very important. They have got potential, but throw opportunities to them. Give freedom to participate, give freedom to come out with their ideas. This is very important purpose. So the pedagogy, when you design a pedagogy, it is not leveraging of high-end technologies. Because I am a senior professor of education technology, and I am also a national member for the Swayam portal. That's an expert for the Swayam portal. That's a different story. But what I would like to say, you provide freedom to the youngsters in terms of your opportunities, in terms of your infrastructural development, so that youngsters can come out with flying colors. So number one, freedom to human spirit. So this is very important in your pedagogy, designing pedagogy. Whether your pedagogy offers or throws or opens the possibility for freedom to human spirit, number one. And number two, economic stability or prosperity. So economic stability or prosperity in the sense, you see, whatever you design a pedagogy, ultimately it must help him survive, it must help your wards to accomplish the task. Please understand. If you help me, accomplish my task, certainly the economy is incremental. Why? Because I understand you. I understand your dissemination of knowledge. And I can be a constructivist. I can design my own ideas. And I will be able to address the problems in the society. So, when I address the problems in the society, by means of indigenous product which I develop, naturally the economy is incremental. So, economic stability. The way you provide knowledge, the way you provide skills and character, it will ensure economic stability or prosperity. This is the second. And the third one is justice, social justice. When you develop a pedagogy, whether the dissemination of knowledge is able to address the social justice, whether it is women justice or women empowerment or social justice or justice to disabled, whichever the way you interpret. But social justice is very important, which is one of the pillars. So, when we disseminate knowledge to our youngsters, it is not an easy task. It is not my cup of tea. So, I have to do a lot of homework. I have to leverage goods. I have to leverage high profile technology or a technique or a pedagogy or a andragogy or cybergogy or pedagogy or hudagogy, any gogy. But the important thing is whether you do justice to freedom, to human spirit, economic prosperity and social justice. This is how we are expected to disseminate the knowledge, so that will definitely help your students to address the sustainable development goals. 17 goals are listed. Sustainable development goals. And that will really help them to embrace the 21st century skills, whether they are collaboration or communication or connectivism. So, critical thinking or critical awareness, these are all 21st century skills, because we are living in the intelligent information system. We are living in the intelligent information system. As somebody said, the inaugural letters are AI plays now a paramount role, pivotal role. But still, human mind is important to utilize the AI tools, whether it is ChatGPT or Gemini, whatever the AI models that you use. But the human mind is important. So you are molding human mind. So this is very important when you think of pedagogy. And maybe for want of time, because I am given I think 1 hour time. So if you have any of your questions, perhaps you can just. Is my PowerPoint visible to you, friends? One of you can unmute and tell me.
Yes, sir. It's visible.
Okay. Now, let me try to get your perception about pedagogy or pedagogy. Both the pronunciations are acceptable. Pedagogy or pedagogy. So, what is pedagogy? Anybody? What is your perception? How do you understand? Because most of the participants are teachers. What is pedagogy, you think? I would like to get your interaction. Anybody? Because the time is very precious. What is pedagogy? Anybody? Some of you can unmute. Yes? Teaching methodology. Judith says the teaching methodology. Okay. Anything else? Yes.
How students learn, planning lessons.
How students learn your delivery.
Yeah.
Okay.
And planning lessons for the as per the mindset of the students,
Yeah, planning lessons for as per the mindset of the student. Okay.
Engaging the students effectively,
Okay.
inclusivity,
Yeah, your term is over. Mr. Taksayar. Yeah,
Using different techniques to explain our concepts.
yeah, explain our concept. But the idea is, yeah, pardon? Yeah,
teaching learning strategies.
teaching learning strategies, yeah. So, I appreciate, but skill of teaching to learners, okay. But the very important thing that you must understand, see, when you refer the dictionary, it says pedagogy means science of teaching. That is a very preliminary idea that we'll have to keep in our mind. But we have to take cognizance of the ideals of pedagogy is to make your students accomplish the daily routine or accomplish the task before them. That is very important. Friends, this is very, very important. Because they learn things, but they don't live by. Please understand, this is very dangerous. Satya Sai Baba says, commerce without honesty, science without humanity, education without meaningfulness is more dangerous, he says. And if you teach commerce without honesty, do you think it is a pedagogy? The fellow will be able to reproduce whatever you teach in commerce. If it is science without a humanity, do you think pedagogy is successful? Suppose you teach Ohm's law, come on, Ohm's law is directly proportional to current, V is equal to IR. But if you don't help him, they accomplish the task before that. When I learn Ohm's law, I must learn energy conservation. When I go out of my room, I should switch off my energy, I mean lights and fans. So this is very dangerous. Please understand, it is not a technique alone, it is not a teaching method alone. Helping your students to accomplish the task before them. Otherwise, he may not be successful in the society, he will not be more productive, he will not be proactive. But he can only produce the knowledge that you offer to them. So it is dangerous. See, why I am telling you, for example, if I am not mistaken, you read Bhagavad Gita, Lord Krishna tells, you will reap the results of your own deeds. So you read Bhagavad Gita, but your deeds are not good. So what kind of pedagogy? I don't understand. Appreciate. You want me to appreciate the pedagogy because you read the Bhagavad Gita. Blessed are the pure in heart, they shall see the God, Bible says. You read Bible, but hearts are not pure. If you are not honest, you wait for the judgment day, Quran says, Mohamed Nabi says. If you are not honest, you wait for the judgment day. I read Quran, but I am not honest. This is very dangerous, Satya Sai Baba says. So, pedagogy has to play a mammoth role in shaping the individual, in shaping the attitude of the individual, in shaping the individual to live by what we offer to them. Live by what they learn is very important. That is how the pedagogy is. It's not, teaching technique so that your students will understand you. But your student must be able to grasp it and live by. That's a great challenge now. Live by values. Value education is our value added extra-disciplinary course. So UGC suggests value education. They learn value education, but do they have values? That's very important. Do they accept people irrespective of caste, creed and religion? Do they think everybody is our brothers and sisters? So pedagogy is not successful. Therefore, pedagogy is not only a teaching technique, but making students to survive accomplish the task before them. That's very important thing. Okay. So it is not an easy task. If you tell me pedagogy is a technique or a technology, it is a easy job for me to make you understand, because I know a couple of technologies. Okay, I can just make you understand. So that is not the pedagogy. What are the gaps in pedagogy? Perhaps for want of time, okay, the gap is, the predominant gap is they learn but they don't live by it. This is very, very dangerous. You want to improve your GER, for example, gross enrollment ratio in higher education. Right now it is 28%. And by 2030, they say it will come up to 40, 50, 35, 50%. I'm so happy you are able to improve GER, gross enrollment ratio. But my question is, does GER reflect on national development? Is it qualitative? Does it ensure quality education? So when you offer educational opportunity for a student, you must help him to survive with the employability or entrepreneurship or addressing the community. So that is the gap. They learn, but they are not able to apply it. So there is a gap between knowledge and wisdom. Knowledge and wisdom is very important. For want of skills to represent. So there is a gap. Knowledge and wisdom, there is a gap. So whenever you disseminate the knowledge, you help them through your pedagogy that this is your destination. This is how you have got to apply it. This is how you have to be skillful with the knowledge, so that the learner will be able to construct their own knowledge. That is very important. If you don't do it, if academia does not do it, if Jamal Mohamed College or Maharajas University or V.V.Vanniaperumal College don't do it, what would be the repercussion? Economy will not be incremental. We would not be able to have indigenous product. Now in today Hindu paper, I am so happy to learn that we have developed an indigenous missile which can travel for about 1,500 kilometers. And we are going to import the missiles to other countries. So indigenous product is very important. Unless you make your young minds to develop indigenous product. That is the reason NAC comes. Why you are very proud, okay, to say that, okay, you are accredited with A++ grade. My congratulations are due to both the institutions, okay, which have been accredited by A++. But the very big responsibility on your shoulder to make your young minds to develop indigenous product to this community. That's very important. So that is the gap which has to be addressed. What is your guess about SD into 3? Anybody? Anybody? Yes, my time is very precious. Your time also is very precious. Break the silence. What is SD into 3? So why pedagogy? Can you guess what is SD? Can you guess? Anybody?
Our skills should be multiplied with the 3 parts.
Very good. One, what he says is, Sukumar says, okay, skill development. One SD is skill development. Good. What is another SD? In 3 SD I am talking about. The pedagogy is to be taken.
Sustainable development.
Very good. Sustainable development. One more. Anybody? My appreciation to Dr. Sukumar. Sustainable development, skill development, and one more. Startup development. India is the 3rd largest in the world as far as startup ecosystem is concerned. Startup ecosystem, because we have 85,000 startups in this country. Why startup? Because when you inculcate, when you instill in the minds of youngsters about startup ecosystem, they understand the community, because they understand the needs of the community, and they collaborate with the different faculties, different profile institutions, and they develop a product. Perhaps they make money, that's no problem at all. But they address the income tax and the community. So, skill development, sustainable development, and startup development. You must keep it in your mind whenever you design pedagogy. So, yeah, screen I will share my screen, okay. My screen, one day this will be there. So, sustainable development, skill development, and startup development. Whether you teach mathematics or chemistry or computer science or history or economics, whichever the subject you deal with, no matter. But you must keep it in your mind whenever you design a pedagogy, it should address the demands of the students in 3 domains: skill development, sustainable development, and startup development. So because our Prime Minister Ji has been pronouncing to improve the startup ecosystem of this country. Why? Because they address the community. In terms of their knowledge, skills and character, they are able to address the community. So in that way, we'll have to think about it. And a kind of adaptive learning as a pedagogy. Adaptive learning, which will engage technology to provide personalized learning. This is very, very important. Because in Indian classroom, students are heterogeneous. Every student cannot be undermined. Every student has got a winner within them. I already told you. Everybody has got a talent. But unfortunately, some of them are not able to find out. And that is the reason they come to you, for the academia, to travel with you, so that you will help them to spot out their talent. So the personalized learning is very important. Are we guiding them? Are technology guiding them? Is technology guiding them? For exhibiting their talents? That is another question. So personalized learning, in the sense, you see, we have got learners in diversity. Learners of diversity. So becoming a good teacher in the 21st century classroom is not your cup of tea. It's not an easy task. Why? Because different students of diversity with different demands, different intelligence, different knowledge and skills. And you have to cater to their needs. Therefore, engaging a different kind of technology, which is known as adaptive technology. So, the technology offers multi-sensory experience. It will be able to touch upon multi-sense. That is why we say one picture is equal to 1,000 words. One picture is equal to 1,000 words. So, engage technology, which means you have got to develop technology of your own. I don't want the technology of Jamal Mohamed is utilized by V.V.Vanniaperumal College. So every academia has to develop their LMS. Fortunately, Dr. George is the professor of computer science. He has become the principal of Jamal Mohamed College. He knows the importance of infusing technology for infusion education. We call infusion education. So, kind of hybrid technology is very important, because you have got hybrid students of diversity. when you have a student of diversity, you have got to engage in technology, you have to develop your own technology, and you should not rely on only tailor-made technology which are made available to you. Plenty of technologies are there, but you have got to customize those technology, utilize those technology which are made available to you in your portal. But you have got to customize the technology according to the needs of your students, because your students are hailing from different parameters, different areas, rural, urban, semi-urban, poor socio-economic status, certain criteria. So it is very important that you have got to engage technology to provide personalized learning. So non-linear approach to instruction, not linear approach. But I am so worried that because I am as a NAC assessor, I have been to number of institutions. I have made more than 40-50 visits across the country as a chairperson, as a member coordinator. I find most of the institutions embrace only linear approach. So the linear approach will not be able to make your students constructionist or creative. So non-linear approach, throw the idea and make students to come out with it. That is why we call flipped learning. Why flipped learning? Provide an opportunity for students to engage with resources. They leverage technology, high profile resources, and they come and share their resources with their fellow group, and they design activities and they design applications. So non-linear approach. And student interaction to adjust the path and pace of learning. That's very important. As I told you, students of diversity, so you have to understand their trajectory of learning and pace of learning also. One can learn within 1 minute, and one may take 1 hour to learn a particular knowledge. So in that way, we will have to think of adaptive learning. So designed adaptivity, we call it. Every time, they say, now AI comes and it is going to rule the entire world, things like that. So it is only a technology which can be a supplement to you teachers. It cannot substitute you 100%, whatever the technology it is. Even AI models, perhaps it can supplement you. So designed adaptivity, as I told you, you have got to put your mind back for developing a technology to your students. That is the pedagogy that you will have to think about it. So a kind of Bayesian knowledge tracing, which means what previous knowledge does the learner have, and what should they learn next. So connecting, we call algorithmic adaptivity, connecting the new knowledge with the previous knowledge. That is the role of the pedagogy. Because if you introduce a new knowledge, sometime I would not be able to concretize it. I would not be able to learn the way you expect. And if you connect the previous knowledge, a kind of advanced organizer they call. So I don't want new knowledge anymore, but I want only advancement of knowledge. That is what advanced organizers tells. So advancement of knowledge is more important than any knowledge. So leverage technology, advance the knowledge, so that students will be able to understand how it is advanced, because they have got enough previous knowledge. In that way, you will have to really think about it. Why actual learning specifically? Because you see, as I told you, you have got students of diversity. You see the picture now, rhinoceros, elephant, lion, snake, butterfly, monkey. And if we ask rhinoceros to climb up the tree, certainly it will be a failure. Because a rhinoceros does not have ability to climb up a tree. But if you ask monkey, it is a cakewalk for a monkey to climb up a tree. It is a cakewalk for a butterfly to climb up a tree. So in that way, now understanding the potential of the students, we have to design a pedagogy. We have to design. So you cannot do it, I cannot do it. But I have to collaborate with necessary expertise available to me. So this is where the collaboration comes. When I worked as adjunct professor in foreign countries, you see, classroom may have 3 teachers. Does it happen in India? 3 teachers come and share their ideas to the students. Collaboration. For a chemistry classroom, you can find a teacher from biology and mathematics. They come and share, so that students will be able to understand the application of knowledge in chemistry, in biology and mathematics, or application of mathematics in chemistry and biology. So 3 kind of teachers, okay, come and share sometime. It all depends on the topic of the dissemination. So this is where the collaboration comes. The personalized learning is to be taken cognizance. Which students need help in which areas, you have got to spot out. Otherwise, if you design a pedagogy in general, your pedagogy cannot be successful, I tell you. You may be a good teacher, but still you would not be able to reach out to students of different caliber. So the greatest challenge on your shoulder to find out which students need help in which areas. Suppose you may be a teacher of computer science, but the students want the understanding the application of linear algebra in AI, artificial intelligence. Then Professor George will contact the professor of mathematics to his classroom of computer science. So Professor Ismail, a professor of mathematics, will come down to Professor George class, and he will deal with linear algebra, which is the application in AI, artificial intelligence. But unfortunately, this does not happen. This has to happen. Collaboration is a mantra for designing pedagogy. It is not me who can design my own pedagogy and go to the students. So collaboration is very important for designing the pedagogy. You see, sometimes you must understand the equality and the equity. It is not equality that matters, it is equity that matters. You look at the picture. A fellow who is very tall enough to go through the cricket match is given a tool. A fellow who cannot see, very short in nature, he is not able to peep through what is happening out there in the world. So you see the equity, the personalized learning happens. A fellow who is short is given 2 tools so that he will be able to peep through. A fellow who is intelligent, okay, need not be given much of knowledge because he knows how to leverage the knowledge. So equity is the important concept that has to be imbibed in pedagogical development. Equity. Therefore, understand the needs of the students, understand the needs in which areas they require our guidance. That would give you insights to develop your own pedagogy. That's very important. Why pedagogy is important? If you go through the Daniel, who has written a beautiful report, future skills report, it says the future scenario of higher education. We have a different kind of reforms in the emerging academia. What kind of reforms? You may not have central university or state university or deemed university or domed university. You will have only future skill university. So very purpose of future skill university is to address the personalized talents of the students. It will have the sense of responsibility to understand the personalized needs of the stakeholders. Accordingly, the program will be designed to offer skill to those students so that they will be happily get along. That's very important. Why students are not happily get along with you? Are not happily, they happily get along with you. That is very important. Why they don't happily get along with you? The thing is, certain knowledge is, the students are forced to learn certain knowledge. It is not their area of interest. It is not their interest. So, if you future skill university will have the sense of responsibility to design the future skills of the students so that students will happily learn because it is their interest. Now, why I am telling you this is very important for all of us to understand that you see parents sometimes force their wards to get through NEET examination or IIT JEE or computer science. You see any college, students opt only computer science and commerce. And I did a survey, they say whether they are interested in doing commerce or computer science. They think, okay, if I complete computer science or commerce, I will be placed. I will get placement. So you are indirectly depriving their interest. Sometimes a student may be, good at different knowledge, journalism or mass communication, but so and so is forced to take computer science. So you are depriving because you don't have that. So the future skill university. That is why 63% of academics across the world accept that this kind of university will exist. And second university, the networked university. The very purpose of networked university is to make students develop technology to the world. Now AI will exist for some time, then AR, then immersive technology. You see, previously we have client server. Now, and then cloud, then iCloud, cloud computing, iCloud computing, fog computing, edge computing. So nothing is going to be constant over a period of time. It is always getting updated. So today you say AI, tomorrow you will say immersive technologies. And day after tomorrow some other technology will replace AI and immersive technologies. So technology is one of the solutions to the human problems. Therefore you can't just survive without technology in the days to come. Technology will be part and parcel of your life. That is a different story. But this kind of university will make students develop technology for problem solving. And third type of technology, my university, where students will be involved. They develop curriculum, and based on the curriculum what they develop, they go to the teachers. It is not the teacher who goes to the students in terms of curriculum. Here, students develop the curriculum and they choose the expert out there in the world. They go to the expert and get clarity. This is going to happen. Now, teacher has the curriculum in your college, whether V.V. college or Jamal, or we have the curriculum, we go to the students. It is not the case in the days to come. Student will design the curriculum, they go to the respective teacher. They identify teachers across the portals. We have E-Vidwans, Vidwan side they go, they find out the expert in terms of the expertise and they get clarified. So my university. And next, lifelong learning university. Personal skill needs, competence demands. Suppose I do 3 years of degree in Trichy college, I go to the industry in America and work, and they want me to update the knowledge what Trichy college was useful only for her for 3 years. And after 3 years it gets updated, so she wants to update her knowledge. And the updation of knowledge must be made available in Trichy college. Otherwise it is not a lifelong learning center. But unfortunately, Indian academia is not reflective on lifelong learning. That is why Mr. Raghuram Rajan, former governor of RBI, he cited NUS as the best model for lifelong learning. National University of Singapore, because NUS is able to retain every student, student of average 14 years. 14 years in the sense, they go to the industry, they work in the industry. Suppose industry wants them to update, the updation is made available in NUS. So they do it through online program. Is it available in Indian academia? They do 3 years degree or 5 years degree in your college, they push up themselves and they never turn up. Maybe alumni meeting, the alumni association meeting they will come. So wherever they go, if they want to update themselves, they learn cloud computing in Jamal Mohamed College. Suppose when they want to learn fog computing and edge computing, whether it is available there, made available. That is lifelong learning center. So in that way, lifelong learning university. You see Sebastian Thurn, who says, in another 50 years, 2013, already another 40 years, the world will have only 10 colleges. Please understand. World will have only 10 colleges. India itself, we have got 46,000 colleges. So what would happen to those colleges? He says there will be a paradigm shift from brick institution to click institution. Brick colleges to click colleges. They will not come to Bharadas University or Trichy College or Jamal College, which are built with values, of course. With the 4 walls are bricks universities. So students will choose only click universities. That is going to be a paradigm shift from brick institution to click institutions. So that is why Sebastian Thurn, the CEO of Udacity, he says, brick institution, only click institution will survive. So you have to design pedagogy in such a way, integrate high profile technology in your pedagogy. Otherwise, you would not be able to win the confidence of your stakeholders, your students and talk. Why students' perspectives of learning? You see, they are highly aspirational, competitive, collaborative, informed, opinionated, experimentative, networked. This is the expectations of students. Student perspectives of learning. Do you provide, in terms of your pedagogy, do you make students highly aspirational? As Vivekananda Swamiji says, infinite horizons are human aspirations. So highly aspirational, competitive, collaborative, well-informed, opinionated, experimentative, networked. So there is a concept called COIL, that is collaborative online international learning. It is not a technology, please understand. It is not a technology, but team thought, a collaboration, team thought. If you are a member of COIL, Collaborative Online International Learning, you can have the chances to tap the expertise of experts in your field across the world and talking about. So, COIL is a beautiful platform. That's what I would like to throw. On top time. Digital learning plays a vital role in the 4th industrial revolution. Because you must you make your students to have the capacities to address 21st century learning. 21st century education in the sense, fourth industrial revolution, because all the industries started leveraging high profile technology, whether it is AI or robotics or AR, VR, cloud computing, mobile governance, machine learning, IoT, Internet of Things. And when you teach economics without leveraging technology, your economic students are out of the farm. You will not be able to step into the industry. So no matter what subject you teach, but the greatest challenge is integrating, infusing highest technologies to instill interest in the minds of the students, to address or develop, to make students well-rounded, to meet up the demands of the fourth industrial revolution. That's very important. That is the reason smart learning is a pedagogy, flipped learning, collaborative learning, hybrid learning, social learning, emotional learning, phenomenal learning, and so many 7 Qs. It is not only IQ, but EQ, emotional quotient, MQ, mental quotient, GQ, general quotient, PQ, digital quotient, PQ, people quotient, CQ, cultural quotient. Similarly, 7C. You have 7C, creativity, communication, critical thinking, collaboration,
Excuse
citizenship,
me.
copyright. So all the 7 Qs and 7 Cs are very important. So when you design pedagogy, understand the fusion education through digital learning, cultivation of creative talent. All these things you should keep it in your mind. Therefore, education is not the learning of fact, but training the mind to think. That is why even Socrates, the first teacher of the world, he said, I cannot teach anything anybody. I can only make them think. Is very important. I cannot teach anything anybody. I can only make them think. So your pedagogy that you design is to help them think, so that they would be able to accommodate, they would be able to exist in the intelligent information system, where they have to be well-rounded to address the 21st century development, in the sense fourth industrial revolution. So in that way, pedagogical innovation is the need of the hour. Pedagogical innovation is the vital, is very crucial for us to think about it, so that young minds will be groomed and these youngsters will be able to address the national agenda in the days to come. And there is no doubt that we will become Viksit Bharat, developed country by 2047. Thank you for the opportunity given unto me. Now, if you have any questions, okay, perhaps you can ask. I have a few more slides, but still I would like to be well done.
Participants, if you have any questions, you may ask to the resource person.
How the pedagogy is improved based on the national education policy?
Yeah. See, national education policy has laid a lot of emphasis on pedagogical development. Perhaps it calls upon academia to develop technology, number one. And another thing which I would like to say, you see, pedagogy called the ABC, Academic Bank of Credits. Because if you make your students rely on only your dissemination of knowledge, you know, your students may not be able to flourish. That's very important. See, for example, when I was schooling, when I was graduating, gone are those days. The teacher was the only source of information. Because teacher was the pedagogy I had to rely on. So I have to rely on only my teachers. because there was no internet, there was no much technology to leverage. In 70s, 80s I am talking about. There was no internet, there was no Windows also. Being a mathematics and computer science, see, I only DOS operating system. Computer science was not, not everybody's cup of tea. But now what happens, the teacher was the only source of information. But now, teacher has become one of the sources of information. That is the difference. Teacher was the only source of information those days. Perhaps Madam Dr. Ponniyin Selvi, okay, when she was schooling, teacher was the only source of information. There was no internet. But now a teacher has become one of the sources of information. Why? Because plenty of technologies are at your disposal free of cost. You know the distance between Virudhunagar and Trichy? Anybody? Virudhunagar, distance between Virudhunagar and Trichy. The greatest Raja. Can you just tell me the distance, approximate distance? Distance between Virudhunagar and Trichy. Distance between V.V.Vanniaperumal College and Jamal Mohamed College. What is the distance? Anybody? Approximately. Anybody?
140 kilometers.
Maybe 140 kilometers, but I would say 0 kilometers. As far as the information access is concerned, 0 kilometers. The distance between Virudhunagar and Harvard University, V.V.Vanniaperumal College and Harvard University in America, it is only 0 kilometers because as far as information access is concerned. Therefore, the pedagogy is helping students to have the expertise across the globe. That is the pedagogy that will have the expertise. And for learning linear algebra, my students should not rely on me. Let them go to the portals of Rice University, let them go to the portal of Monash University, Australia. So this is the pedagogy that you have. See, don't be under the impression that pedagogy means teaching method. Please change your mindset. Academic bank of credits, that's what it says, DigiLocker. You do credit course in EDX platform or Coursera platform. You may have a chance to listen to the Nobel laureates in EDX. Nobel laureates are taking classes in EDX. Why do you make your students learn only from you? That is a very poor pedagogy. When the technological platforms are thrown to you, make students, that is what ABC says, academic bank of credits. They can earn credits from anywhere. That means anywhere they can tap the expertise. So that is what NEP says. Because the world has become a global village. World has become a global village in terms of technology. Why do you make your students rely only on me? I don't understand. So that is what NEP says. You leverage your ideas in such a way, understand the expertise and learn. That is, you have to travel extra miles. You have to be properly guided. That is why DigiLocker. Credit is there. They don't have to rely on only the marks awarded by you. Jamal Mohamed College, Bharat University or Virudhunagar, Madurai Kamaraj University. Let them learn other credits from any other university. Only thing is they have to be skillful to win the confidence of the employer. That is what NEP says, National Education Policy.
Thank you, sir.
Any other question?
Sir, is there any possibility of practicing methods in National University of Singapore in India, sir, in future?
Yeah. See, that is why I tell you. Now, there is no distance between NES and Maharaj's University. Why? Because you are able to find out the best practices out there in the world. Plenty of best practices are there. Find out the feasibility, customize it, and then you give it to your students. You should not feel that your practice is the best practice. Please understand. Your practice may be a good practice. I don't undermine you. But there are some best practices, okay, who can teach Macbeth in a Shakespeare play in a better way. Find out the best practices and give it to your students. So, best practices have to be explored by you because plenty of technologies are at your disposal. Otherwise, I have to travel to triple 20 years back. I had been to 3-week college for a lecture, delivering a lecture. I think Dr. Anusia was the principal. So why should I travel now from here to Virudhunagar for delivering a lecture? You have an online LMS platform, video conferencing. So this is the pedagogy. See, once again, find out the best practices. Okay.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir, for your nice explanation.
Any other doubt? Any other clarification? Or you can supplement me and you can come out with your ideas to supplement me. Because you are all learner teachers. I don't want to teach you. These are all the techniques of teaching, okay? Strategies of teaching and all that. How you have to design a pedagogy which really matters. Understanding your students. But students are very intelligent. I tell you, youngsters are more intelligent than elders, I tell you, if I am not mistaken. Dr. Haja is more intelligent than me because he is younger to me. That is the scenario, that is the idea, we must keep it in our mind.
Participants, you can also give your feedback.
So
If there is any question, you can ask.
No.
Participants, you may ask questions or you can give your suggestions and feedbacks.
Okay, Barbara, because I have a hectic schedule now.
Madam, if there is no question, then we can wind up the session.
Yeah.
Please.
Yeah, we are submitting our SSR.
Sir, even though it's not a question,
Yeah, please.
I just want to share what I felt, sir.
Yeah.
Sir, your session was thought-provoking, making us to think more and more on the student community. We understand our responsibility, and you told that the purpose of the pedagogy is to help the students to accomplish the task. Just writing the examination and to get degree is also their task only, sir. So for that purpose, I think that we are making the students to accomplish the first task in the very best manner.
Yeah.
But now I have a dilemma between to achieve best in this task.
Reforms have to be brought out because you see, your college is autonomous.
Yes, sir.
Jamal Mohamed is autonomous.
Yes, sir.
So you are given liberty to design your own assessment practices.
Up to only 20% level, sir.
Yeah.
We are in between.
Now you see, bring a lot of reforms in your assessment techniques because you are given freedom. Mother Kamaraj University is not going to ask you only mark list you have to submit to them. They will give you a printout mark list, that's all. So, what I mean to say is when you are given autonomy, you can do wonders. Change the assessment practices.
Yes.
Because they learn commerce but no honesty. What is the use?
Yes, sir.
They learn English but they can't speak. What is the use? They learn Tamil language but they don't have LSRW. What is the use?
Yes,
They may score 90% but LSRW they are very weak. This is the gap actually. So bring lot of reforms in your initiatives, teaching, research and extension. You can make students well-rounded.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. And the way how you related from Socrates and you were be quoting so much of genius persons and how you have taken the quotes and connected them was very excellent, sir. I enjoyed very much and I learned a lot, sir. Thank you. Thank you so
Thank you.
much.
Thank you. So thank you very much. I wish every teacher, participant all the best, okay, for rest of your sessions. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Ram Ganesh sir, for a thought-provoking lecture. Your words were a symphony of wisdom and your insights will undoubtedly resonate with us as we reflect on the challenges and opportunities in pedagogy. Thank you, sir.
As all good things must come to an end, it is now time to express our heartfelt gratitude. I now invite the insightful personality, Dr. M. Mohamed Altaf, Assistant Professor of Mathematics, Jamal Mohamed College, Tiruchirappalli, to deliver vote of thanks.
So good evening everyone. It is my privilege to deliver the vote of thanks at the conclusion of today's insightful and enriching inaugural session of the National Level 1 Week Online Faculty Development Program, jointly organized by Jamal Mohamed College, Tiruchirappalli and V.V.Vanniaperumal College for Women, Virudhunagar, under the theme of Emerging Trends in Pedagogy for Excellence in Higher Education. First and foremost, I would like to extend my heartfelt gratitude to our distinguished dignitaries who graced this occasion. Our thanks to Jamal Mohamed College Management Committee for giving all the support to IQAC. My sincere thanks to Dr. D.I. George Amalarathinam, Principal of Jamal Mohamed College, Tiruchirappalli, for the inspiring presidential address. Sir, your words emphasize the role of pedagogical innovation in shaping higher education and inspired all attendees to strive for excellence. I extend my happiest thanks to Dr. S. Sintana, Principal of V.V.Vanniaperumal College for Women, Virudhunagar, for the insightful inaugural address. I also thank Dr. M. Syed Ali Badusa, Coordinator of IQAC and Associate Professor of Chemistry, Jamal Mohamed College. I extend my heartfelt thanks to Dr. M. Ponian Selvi, Coordinator, IQAC and Associate Professor and Head of the Department of Commerce, V.V.Vanniaperumal College for Women, Virudhunagar, for the warm and gracious welcome address. I also thank Dr. J. Sirajuddin, Deputy Coordinator, IQAC and Associate Professor of Chemistry, Jamal Mohamed College, for your precise and thoughtful introduction of the resource person. A special thanks goes to Dr. E. Ram Ganesh, Senior Professor and Dean, Department of Educational Technology, Bardhasan University, Tiruchirappalli, for delivering an attractive session on pedagogical challenges in the current scenario. Sir, your expertise and practical insights have enlightened us about innovative teaching methods and very clearly explained how a teacher has to deal with a student of different cognitive levels, that is high technology, collaborative learning, digital learning, integrate technology, and the importance of addressing current challenges in higher education. Your session was a true highlight of this program. This event would not have been possible without the hardworking efforts of the organizing teams from both institutions. I would like to thank the IQC teams from Jamal Mohamed College and V.V.Vanniaperumal College for Women for their meticulous planning and execution of this FDP. The administrative and technical staff for ensuring a seamless online experience for all participants. Finally, a big thank you to all the participants from across the country. Your active engagement and interest reflect your commitment to professional growth and your pursuit of excellence in higher education. Thank you all and wishing everyone a productive and successful week ahead. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Mohamed Altaf sir, for your gracious words of appreciation and acknowledgement, which have added the perfect finishing touch to today's program. Thank you, sir. Dear participant, feedback link is posted in the chat box. Kindly fill the response form before 4:40 p.m.
With that, we conclude the splendid inaugural day of this faculty development program. A heartfelt thank you to all our esteemed speakers, distinguished guests and enthusiastic participants for gracing this event with your presence and making it a resounding success. As we bid adieu to day 1, let us look forward to day 2, where we will dwell into the theme of developing innovative teaching skills with yet another remarkable speaker. Until then, stay inspired, stay curious, and have a wonderful evening ahead. Thank you, one and all.